Hello and welcome to Teacher Training in 10. My name is Shannon. I'm the founder of Exciting Teacher and I'm a former primary school teacher who now works for children's mental health in the NHS. And in this training video, I'm going to be giving you the tools and understanding that you need to set up a calm classroom. And importantly, why you need a calm classroom in the first place. So let's get stuck straight in. I promise to keep you no more than 10 minutes. What is a calm classroom? So, a calm classroom is an emotionally safe, predictable, and nurturing environment. It's a place where children feel relaxed, they feel secure enough to learn, explore, and connect with others around them. It's a safe environment, not only for their physical safety, but also their emotional safety. So, they are safe to share and explore and express how they are feeling as well. Calm doesn't mean silence, though. That's a really big misconception about calm or calm spaces, calm classrooms. It just means that children feel emotionally regulated or able to regulate their emotions. They are respectful and can communicate how they're feeling and understand how others are feeling and communicate with each other about that. And also that there are safe routines that are predictable. Children feel very secure in those and they know what's coming up next. That's what a calm classroom looks like. It isn't a calm, completely silent space where nobody speaks, because that actually in itself probably isn't very emotionally safe. But why does a calm classroom matter? I get asked this question a lot because it's something that I really promote. I want teachers to be able to have a calm, nurturing space where they're able to teach children topics from the curriculum, but also nurture their emotional literacy and their emotional well-being. But why does it matter? Why do we need a calm classroom? And remember, we're not talking about a silent space. We're talking about a place where children feel emotionally safe and able to express and share their emotions, and then be able to regulate those emotions whether that's independently or with the support of those around them. But why does it matter? So it's going to reduce anxiety. Children learn better when their feelings of stress are low. Their nervous system is feeling very regulated. The amygdala in their brain is feeling very settled and in control. And that is when we're going to be learning best and not feeling anxious all of the time. It's going to improve behaviour as a consequence. It's like a knock-on impact. So calm environments encourage self-regulation, self-reflection, self-awareness, greater empathy, and so therefore automatically you're going to see an improvement in behaviour, because we know that behaviour is always trying to communicate something. And often when children are behaving in a certain way, it's their emotions that are in the driving seat. So therefore, we're going to see a reduction in kind of that low-level behaviour disruption that we may or may not see in our classrooms. It's going to support emotional literacy. Children will be able to name and manage their own feelings or have support in doing so. So if children can name how they feel, we can then respond appropriately to support them through that process. But if they're sitting there and they're feeling very worried, they're feeling anxious, or they're feeling angry, or they're feeling sad, or they're feeling let down or disappointed, it's going to be very hard to support them unless we know how they're feeling, because how we respond and the types of things that we can offer to support them are going to vary depending on what emotion they are feeling. It's going to build trust. Children are going to feel seen, heard, and valued. We're going to be validating children in our calm classrooms, and they're going to feel like part of the community. So therefore, they've got that buy-in a little bit better, that we're all in this together and that we all feel safe here. And that's why we need a calm classroom. Here's that magic formula that's going to help you to really want to implement a calm classroom and emphasize why it matters, whether that's for your own benefits or maybe we're trying to persuade SLT to support us in having calm classrooms across the school, for example. Here's why. So, calm children equal feeling safe children, and that's not just physical safety, but that emotional safety too. They're then going to be able to learn because their brain is in a space where they are able to learn. Their big feelings are not in the driving seat. They're feeling calm, they're feeling ready. And then we're going to be able to see growth. And we're not just talking about academic learning, understanding growth, but we're also talking about self-esteem, confidence, and their growth socially, emotionally, and all of those kinds of areas too. So this is kind of the magic formula as to why we need a calm classroom in our lives. What are the key features of a calm classroom? So, if I was going to walk into a classroom, here are the things that I would expect to see, which would kind of categorize it as a calm classroom. Now, of course, all calm classrooms are very different, and it's more about the kind of space and the environment that you're producing necessarily rather than all of those other added bits, but these are the kind of things that are going to really help that to come into action and feel like a calm space. So we've got predictable routines and visual supports. I'm expecting to see a visual timetable so that children know exactly what's coming next and they know what the day is looking like. I may even see now and next boards in your classroom. So it might be for some children now next later boards or now and next boards, or that might be something for all of the children that you just have on the board as for everybody to use. I want to see emotion coaching and normalizing feelings. And that just means, we're all in this together. I can see that you're feeling anxious. I can see that you're feeling sad. What can we do to help each other get through this? And we're normalizing that we're feeling this way. And as a teacher, we're modeling that we also feel these big feelings in action. So lots of modeling, normalizing, feeling big feelings. Calm down spaces. I might see a calm corner, a calm zone, a calm trolley, a calm space, whatever it might be, but there's a space where the children can take themselves away from the hustle and bustle of your classroom and just get a moment of calm if they need it. That's going to support that emotional regulation as well. Clear, compassionate communication. So we've been very clear in what we are asking them to do so that it's very easy to follow and easy to understand. Reduces the worry, reduces the overwhelm, reduces the anxious feelings. And we're going to be compassionate with that communication. So offering those empathy statements and things like, I can see that you're finding this quite tricky at the moment, or I can see that you're really giving that a really good go, and well done for challenging yourself. And it's around giving that really compassionate communication. And then regular mindfulness or grounding activities or brain breaks. Brain breaks are my favourite. So getting children up and about, moving, and that might be, or it could be doing something calm, it might be taking some deep breaths together, doing some grounding activities, whatever it might be, I'm going to see that in your timetable as something that's scheduled and you're doing it regularly. So it might be every 20 minutes we do something that's mindfulness, grounding, or brain break related. And I'm going to see that often in your classroom. How do we start creating a calm classroom from today? So we need to start small. So we're going to introduce one calming routine today or tomorrow in your classroom to start off this calm classroom process. Or it may be that you already have a classroom that's on its road to calm classroom success and that you're just trying to build that up over time. So we're going to start small, choose one thing at a time to implement. We're going to create a visible emotions check-in. So that means that children will be able to check in with it. It's very clear, it's very easy to understand. And on the next bit of the training, I'm going to show you some resources that you might be able to use. We're going to model emotional regulation ourselves. So if you feel yourself as a teacher getting a little bit frustrated because the children aren't listening to you, you're going to say out loud, right now, I am feeling frustrated. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths. Let's do it together. So you're constantly modeling that emotional regulation and different strategies that the children can then go on to use. We're going to be using the steps approach to break down routines, and I'm going to share more on that on the next slide with you. And that is an exclusive Exciting Teacher strategy from the Exciting Teacher Hub. We're going to explore tools like the Big Feeling Scales and Calm Corner. So you're going to be implementing and introducing a Calm Corner if you haven't already got one. And you could be using a tool, again, another Exciting Teacher signature strategy, which is the Big Feeling Scale. In the Exciting Teacher Hub, we have a signature strategy for Plus members called the Steps Approach. And the steps approach is all about breaking a task down for a child into manageable steps that feel achievable, that are very clearly laid out, like a stepped approach. So you start at the bottom of your steps, and the idea is that you work your way up to the top of your steps, which is the final goal. And this can be used for any single task that you're asking a child or children to do in your classroom. It can be used individually or as a whole kind of class approach as well. So it might be that the step is going to be to go and wash our hands and line up for lunchtime. Okay, our first step is to stand up when our table or our name is called, and we're going to tuck in our chair. We're then going to walk to the toilet and we're going to use the toilet. We're then going to wash our hands with soap and water, and so on until they're in the line and the end result is there. So it's 5 simple steps, and it's about breaking big tasks down into manageable steps. So rather than just saying, go and wash your hands, get ready for lunch, that can be very overwhelming for children. It can reduce that sense of calm classroom that you've worked really hard to build, and it can increase anxiety. So it's giving children the strategies that they need just to go ahead and do this independently. If you'd like more on this strategy, including all the tools, all the resources, all the staff training, all the children's kind of training, introducing it that you will need, you will find it in the Exciting Teacher Hub. I'm going to leave a link below. We also have the Big Feelings Scale, which is signature to Exciting Teacher. So the idea is that it's based off of kind of theory that's been going on a long time around that idea of our feelings are on a scale, and it's kind of rooted in that idea. but it's been adapted to be used as a whole class approach. So our big feeling scale is rating our feelings from kind of a 1 to a 5, noticing where we are on that scale, identifying what the feeling is, and then what we can do to help calm down that big feeling. So it's a kind of stepped approach. It can be used across a whole school. And again, all the resources that you're going to need for the big feeling scale, if this is something you would like to introduce, are over on the Exciting Teacher Hub. Again, link below. I know that I've been alluding to the Exciting Teacher Hub throughout this Teacher Training in 10 video, and we've explored Calm Classrooms, and I have so many resources that are going to help you with your Calm Classroom over in the Exciting Teacher Hub. So you've got things like check-in, emotion, vocabulary mats, routes to calm, you've got non-verbal, BSL, inspired hand signals. So they're based off of BSL, and the idea is that children can communicate through kind of sign language rather than saying things out loud, maybe interrupting your lesson. So you create that sense of calm and giving them communication without interrupting your teaching. How are you feeling right now? So the idea of looking at emotions through a slightly different lens of kind of a visual a visual representation of them rather than I'm feeling happy. It's kind of what colour are you feeling? How big is it? What does it look like? Where is it in your body? And then for Plus members, we also have our Wellbeing Nook, which has lots of calming strategies. It's going to support you with those grounding techniques, those brain breaks, and those mindfulness activities, including this really lovely mindfulness one where the children have to spot and count different shapes in like a science lab setting as they float out of like the potion bottle. Here's a little more about that Wellbeing Nook, which is for our Exciting Teacher Plus members. And that is, we've got one for Key Stage 1 and one for Key Stage 2. And it's all on how to calm your big feelings. It's like an interactive whiteboard game. You click on how you're feeling, and then it comes up with loads of different grounding kind of strategies or relaxation or calming or coping strategies, depending on what kind of emotion you're clicking on, to calm down that big feeling. So, for example, anger and the idea of doing shoulder rolls. So you can teach them emotional regulation and tools and strategies that they can then go off and do independently. But we're looking at this as a group to kind of introduce, model, and show these skills. If you would like to find out more about Exciting Teacher Hub and find out what it's all about, there is a link in the bio below that's going to tell you all about the Exciting Teacher Hub, and you can find out more information and check out some of these resources as well. But remembering that these are for plus resources. The Wellbeing Nook is a plus resource. Thank you so much for coming to Teacher Training in 10 today. I hope that this has been helpful. And if it has, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things so that I can continue creating these videos for you. Sorry about the loud noise. That's really unhelpful. But anyway, my name's Shannon. I'm the founder of Exciting Teacher. I'm a former primary school teacher now working with children's mental health in the NHS. And I hope this Teacher Training in 10-ish minutes has been useful for helping you get started with your Calm Classroom. If you do go on to create a Calm Classroom space or a Calm Corner, or you use one of these strategies, don't forget to tag me in social media, Exciting Teacher across all platforms. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you create. Have a good rest of your day.